Hello everyone, today I'm at Harton Cemetery in South Shields. I've never been here before. I've seen it signposted from a distance, even though I've been to South Shields lots of times, and that is one of the grandest entrances to any cemetery that I've come across. So I've never been here before. All I know is two things about it. It was opened in 1891 and it got a few bombs in it during the World War II from German bombers when they attacked the town. But I'm a bit worried because I've never been to a cemetery that's so busy around the entrance. People driving in, dog walkers, just people walking, jogging. So I might have difficulty actually doing this video without trying to, because I don't want to get anybody in the video or anything like this. So I don't know anything at all. So basically it's all brand new to me. So let's just have a look. And we've got a fine war memorial. The Cross of Sacrifice is one in design and intention with those which have been set up in France and Belgium and other places throughout the world where our dead of the Great War are laid to rest. Fine entrance to the cemetery. I think it's 50 acres, I remember that, but it looks absolutely huge. I can see like houses at the very end. That looks about half a mile away up there. So it's a nice little spot here with where the bluebells and the grass is allowed to grow. Some fine monuments over there. It's a lovely day. A little bit breezy though, so let's see what we can find. Now, you might notice when I come into these cemeteries, I only have an interest in the old areas. I don't care about or visit any of the modern areas because that's not history. It's not what I'm into. It's basically highlighting the architecture, the monuments, the epitaphs, the stories, the people who were buried here. Some people have probably never been remembered for ages. That's John Coxon. I think that's Jubez, the beloved husband of Margaret Jubez, or is it Jewers? Let me torch, let's have a look. That's Joures, Jures. It's a surname I've never come across, possibly French. Hopefully there's lots of surnames I've not come across before. I don't think I've even come across Danielson. It sounds common, but I don't think it is. Skirfield, I've heard of that before. And Waitman, it's a name I've come across over in Sunderland. That's a great name. Bamford Williamson. Let's walk through here. We'll come away from the main bit. Might be a bit quieter. Some grand one, that's a fine one. Henry Havelock Wood. I wonder if that's any relation to the Henry Havelocks of Sunderland. So this must be where some of the great and the good are buried. I don't... Oh. I bet we come across lots of Scottish surnames and probably European surnames, with South Shields being a port, the end of the River Tyne. I love memory of Harold Redhead. Another memory of Sir James Redhead. I know that name from somewhere. I don't know if it's to do with a shipyard on the river. That walk up here. That's absolutely massive. I wonder if there's any Edwin Smythe here. We're only 8 miles from Sunderland, so his name would have been well known. I'll have to come back here again. Oh, I've been to Westall Cemetery down the road a couple of times. What's that? Now, also of Albert James Blakey died and was buried at sea October the 1st, 1900, aged 20 years. And of Arthur, killed in action in France April the 3rd, 1917, aged 33 years. I did see a fine cemetery chapel online. It's quite a picturesque place, this. But it is, I've never come across a cemetery. Obviously you can't see it in the camera because I pointed away when people are coming towards us and stuff. But there's, down the bottom there I can see 5, 6 people. There's joggers. Edith Scare. Oh, they're recent ones. Those ones will keep away from there. Right, where's the oldie worldy bit? It's completely grid-like. You can see, look how far that goes up to the top. About half a mile over there, about 200 metres down there, about 500 metres down there. It's hard to get your bearings of which bit's which. Just goes on and on and on. As I said, Westall Cemetery is another relatively big cemetery, but it's nowhere near as big as this. It's probably only about half a mile away, 3/4 of a mile down the road. It's a fine sight. I'm absolutely lost. And there's a surname, Elizabeth Jane Sait, S-A-I-T. Never come across that. I think all the cemeteries have been in Brockbanks, Humphreys. That's Curtin Tyndall, 2nd Lieutenant of the 7th DLI, son of the above, killed in action near Amiens, March 26, 1918, ages 20-year-old. I think there is a big Commonwealth grave section, but oh, here, hon. This is 7th DLI, Sergeant W. Hunter of the Labour Corps and Durham Light Infantry, 13th of February 1990. So that one doesn't give an age. Just seeing a beautiful angel. Look at that. I'll scan it around slowly so you can see. It must be about 1 3/4 miles from the centre of South Shields. God. "50 acres. Now this, it looks like something like Hogwarts, this. The cemetery chapel looks like there's 2. 1 on each side, possibly 3. If one's in the middle for another denomination, so I guess one will be Anglican. And one will be for everybody else. This looks rather quiet over here. Just stretches from. Oh, see, we're really able to walk through there. It's too bright though. See what I'm saying? Out of the shade. Look at that Gothic. Absolutely beautiful. Just remind me of Hogwarts a bit. I'm going to have to compare with Bishop Weymouth, but this is absolutely huge. Where do you start? I don't know if you can see that in the distance. That's about 400 metres to that. That'll be the southern border. Right, let's have a look at some headstones. We've got a couple of Commonwealth Grave Commission headstones here, and then there's lots of older ones over here. So that's R. Thompson of the Royal Garrison Artillery. I'm just guessing. I have a feeling that they sort of were stationed on the coast of Britain during the Great War. And that's G. Gray, third hand, so that's his position on the steam trawler Aranta, 12th of December 1970, age 10. Sorry, 1040, I just do apologise. Oh, there's Hogg, Scottish surname. Annie Bedlington Hogg. That's that, Samuel Pears. Sadly these ones are worn away. Slightholme, Normandale, Wadham, Jobling. I think it's got a walkway here. Go in any direction, you go all the way down there. All the way up there. And then all the way down there. There was a pit, I think it was one at Pit Westall. There was also one at Harton, which I think is over where Whiteley's is. It's a place lots of people came from all over the UK for work. That's a great surname. In loving memory of Victoria Young, the beloved wife of Charles Gentles. She died in 1940, just 26. Gentle. So I don't know if Victoria Young was a maiden name or her name was Victoria and Young is the middle name before she got married. Sometimes it's hard to tell, sometimes it's one or both. Sylvester Mackey McClelland. Good, sounds good Scottish and Northern Irish name, McClelland, and minister of Laygate Presbyterian Church. Oh, I've got one here. I've got an epitaph here. This is Elizabeth, beloved daughter of Joseph and Elizabeth Morris, who departed this life January the 14th, 1893, just 14 years to their daughter. In the midst of life, we are in death. And then it's got Henry Ogle Morris, son of the above, who was drowned at Oxelsund on August the 22nd, 1897. He's just 25 years. We cannot spend beside his grave, for he sleeps in the sacred sea, and not one gentle whispering wave will tell the place to me. That's quite deep, that. So basically, lost at sea, Oxelsund, sounds like somewhere over like Denmark or Scandinavia. More young. He giveth his beloved sleep. Literally, I always say this, but you could spend hours here. There's another war death. Melvin Leslie Studdy, Lieutenant in the NF, so probably Northumberland Fusiliers, who died October the 22nd, 1916 from wounds received in action. So I've only looked at a few headstones, and again, you always come across surnames that you've never known. I think that one I did at Heworth had the most. It was just could run a race through these lanes. Come up here because there's another. There's just old ones mixed in. I'll be lucky if I come across the Commonwealth Graves section. Definitely got to return back here. Oh, there's a section up on the hill as well at the back, which goes up, which might be interesting if I can get there in time. It's Mary Newham, Elizabeth Harbit, Plumley, another name never come across. Copeman, Thomas, Cuby. Look at that. I feel tired just looking. I'm going to take some photos after I've done the video. This one there, look at that. James Flaws, or Flowes, Master Mariner, another name. That sounds like European to me. It's actually quite warm now. I do think this is bigger than Bishop Weymouth. There it is. Oh yeah, and there was another pit in South Shields at St Hilda's down near today's town centre. Their son, he was only 23, he died at St Hilda pit, fatally injured, 1912, only 23. But there's loads like that in here. There's another great name. Golden. Wales, Ketchin. If I could ask you all a favour, if you want to help grow the channel, just click on the subscribe. You'll get updates every time I do a video. I am impressed with it. It's really well maintained as well. Whereas the one at Westoe is generally well maintained, but there's two really overgrown ones which are I think are quite atmospheric, which I've done a couple of videos of before. But look, that's the boundary there. And then there's a load of Commonwealth grave ones over here, but this isn't like the memorial. I saw a picture online earlier today, but there must be a few hundred Commonwealth graves in here, because you can always see them from a distance. That's E. Brand, Durham Light Infantry. A. Robertson, Durham Light Infantry, obviously local regiment. This used to be County Durham, now South Tyneside. Look at that as well. And there's the hill up the top. That's another surname I've never come across before, Circum. Right, I'm going to end it there to go and take some pictures. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully see you next time when I do the next video. So thank you very much and see you next time. Take care.